The Secret of Being Immortal. Chapter 1: The Journey. One fine day as I was traveling in the local train to Churchgate, I happened to meet Ashish Saxena, Rohit Dasgupta, and Rakesh Chauhan. They were talking about how there are successful people in the world who have made themselves truly legends of the world, and that they will be remembered world over even long after their time has passed. Their ideas will be used time and again years after they themselves no longer exist. And how we, including me, will live a routine life, and when we go, our identity, our ideas will fade away. We may be remembered by our very close next generation, but that would probably be all. All the time Ashish, Rohit and Rakesh spoke about how they cannot be like the legends they talked about, and wondered what the legends had done and they hadn't. They had been discussing this for over a period in time, and now the question was put to me. I began to wonder, sometimes contemplating over it. Every day somehow or the other the same topic came up. Days passed by into weeks and weeks in months. We couldn't really come to any conclusion. We wondered, what is the secret of being immortal? I began reading books on leadership, self-help books, anything and everything which could give me a simple answer to the simple question. Finally all my reading and thinking started to add up, and I was now able to understand the basic guidelines or fundamentals required to being a success story, the legend. Each book I read, each personal experience I analyzed gave me a unique insight into a new dimension I was studying. The more I read, the more sure I was of the inherent secret of success. But since I didn't know ARR, Ashish, Rohit and Rakesh very well, I realized it would be tough for me to explain to them what the legend did and they didn't do. I would probably have to recite all the books I went through. I started observing and studying them at near quarters. Ashish always carried his laptop and worked on it whenever time permitted. He used to be always in a hurry, catching the train at the last moment, cursing the train timetable and his boss for the early office hours. Rohit's constant companion was his cell phone, talking to his friends, asking about their health, life, a social networking hub. Rakesh, being an investment banker, always talked about how much money is there to be made in the market. He always gave an impression that here is one guy who thinks big. Nonetheless, he was amongst us financially very well off. I wanted to give them an example which they would understand. I wondered about it for a few days. Being from a technical background, I started thinking in a more technical way. Words started to flow into my mind, images started to take shape, and now I was more or less convinced that I could explain to them in my own way what the legends did and they didn't do. The secret of being immortal.